Previously on Sacksonville Abbey, a new nadir was reached as the kingdom had a game they all but won. Keyword here is but. The Jaguars prolapsed amongst themselves with some of the most inept offensive play calling this side of Passchendaele. A no man's land where the meat shields were simply chucked onto the enemy as Lord Bortles did nothing but take sacks. As the offense does nothing, the defense grew exhausted and fell apart. The Steelers escape with a win thanks to Jacksonville beating themselves. With 6 straight losses, the only hope is trying to patch the leak on this old dinghy. I'm Richard Schittenberger, and this is Sacksonville Abbey.
Funding for Sacksonville Abbey is provided by
Tank Maintenance Workers of America, Local 283, College Station Toilet Sinks, the Cleveland Relevance Experience,
and by
Yinzer Anger Management of Greater Pittsburgh.
Further funding for Sacksonville Abbey is made possible by the Corporation for Public Shitposting and by the monthly financial support from sports ball viewers like you. Thank you. Bloody hell, these people will spend money on anything, won't they?
Duval, once an epicenter of hope, now being raided by barbarians at the gates. The boys reel after their fateful defeat, trying to find answers for their change in fortune. Despite this panic, Lord Bortles will be given full confidence to lead the charge. After all, he hasn't thrown an interception in 4 games. See, there is some silver lining in this terrible stretch after all. This next opponent is the closest thing to a team of amateurs on the pitch. The Bills of Buffalo. If you may recall, the Jaguars defeated this squad in their first appearance in the playoffs this millennium. Chef Ramsay putting the garnish on the plate with a climactic interception. What beautiful times those were for the lads. This year there will be no postseason for their inferior team. They boast all of nothing. They've started quarterback somehow worse than Lord Bortles. Buffalo now turns back to a rookie coming out of the infirmary. Josh Allen, a man whom Chef Ramsay mentioned by name in his infamous tirades. There was only one word he repeatedly called him: trash. Rubbish not meant for a can, let alone a field. This is as easy as a chance to win as they will get. The boys from Duval proceed to continue with their inevitable collapsing, giving up 2 important scores to start off the game, including a 75-yard scamper. The main suspect in this exposure, none other than the culinary Gabba himself. Once again, glorious karma strikes its targets with precision. In the meantime, the Jaguars even the score thanks to the brilliant play from Leonard, the 4 of nets. His mastery of the pigskin liar tells tales of touchdowns scored and the loads carried on his back. They even let Lord Bortles unleash the cannon, as he throws yet another interception. What a giving spirit. As halftime approaches, Chef Ramsay still hasn't learned to shut the hell up and proceeds to call several Bills players trash when they are tied and once down by 14. Perhaps you should call yourself such a one after your atrocious play this half, Jalen. They fail to understand this situation once again, more content with talking metric heaps of shit instead of focusing on their plan. Perhaps it could have prevented this freefall after their Super Bowl victory against New England in Week 2. But there is hope. The Jaguars are marching down the field as Lord Bortles manages to somehow fire a pass accurately. Jacksonville was going to claim a victory in fisticuffs. Leading the charge into melee was none other than Leonard, the 4 of Nats. A man who wasn't even on for the play, brawling with a Buffalonian as the wide receiver and defender experience a program crash and fail to respond to commands. This ego-affirming action only blesses the Jags with an ejection of their best offensive player. Once again, men who have the right prize in mind. With the ball at the 1-yard line, they must resort to Lord Hyde, who is stuffed like a turkey. After another false-start penalty, Lord Bortles finds the promised land. A tragic defeat as the offensive line suffers yet another penalty. Well done, chaps. Lord Bortles continues to celebrate by taking roughly his 34th sack of the season. What instinct to cower before your enemies. The coup de grace, another Lambona by their kicker. He seems to have some San Diego still in his veins after all. This is hashtag Sacksonville season. A free shot to glory at the 1-yard line, then proceeding to flail and whiff into a state of calamity. All the meanwhile, they will ignore it and continue to think they are God's gift to this earth. Is it to wonder why that trash quarterback rummaged your defenses for another touchdown? I'd be shocked if this was the formula to success anywhere, let alone a prestigious Abbey. Panic has set in, but Lord Bortles has foolishly brought the game into his hands. I wonder how this will go.
Bortles play action, the pass deflected, Was it picked?
Most exquisite form by the receiver in that interception. Truly the leadership this team needs in the future. This would be the heartless dagger to their season. The boys from Duval pissed away what should have been a decisive victory to one of the worst teams in the league. The Jaguars have hit rock bottom. As they celebrated their victories and hype, the Abbey has lost 8 of 9 games. There is no time for mourning but for retribution. The tension throughout the locker room is at a breaking point. It is certain that there are men that will not survive into the spring. Winter is coming, and it will be a red one. After supper time, Colonel Nathaniel Hackett is summoned into the head chambers. Hackett, the head of the offensive battalion, believed he was going to discuss a change of quarterback. As he enters the room, the doors lock behind him. He had been set up by his superiors. Colonel Hackett was deposed with a cold blood. His failure to perform cost him his life. The football gods care not for the weak. With the stakes now higher than ever, the Abbey is on edge. Who would be next to suffer such a punishment? Perhaps it would be Lord Bortles after a stint in the tower. Maybe it's the beleaguered Earl of Bologna's sandwich. Would Father Coughlin be spared of such a fate? Or do they scapegoat Chef Ramsay and his boisterous mouth? The upheaval has just begun. Jacksonville will never be the same. Cheers.